Well, here we are in my car. Back again. Back for the win. Can't live like this no more, bro. Can't do it. This is ridiculous, bro. Need a way out. Feel stuck. So I've decided to try something different. Oh man, I don't like the way this is looking either. I need to get it up here or something. Right up somewhere better, but okay. You know what? Adjust it a little bit, but yeah, here we are. The same boat we've been in for a while. Actually left and came back to the same boat. So it's a little deflating, bro. I think I've had some opportunities, but very few and far between because I've been looking for work like crazy, and it just feels like nothing's coming in, bro. I've been applying to a bunch of jobs the past few months, and nothing is happening. I want to become an entrepreneur, but it ain't that easy. So this video I wanted to talk about everything feels like a scam. Even some of these jobs feel scammy. Like you go to get this job and it feels like they just scamming you. They're skimming up the top. I just came from a trucking job, truck driver position up north with a Russian company that didn't show the Raycon on a lease, and then they want you to drive over hours and drive out your hours every day, or drive extra hours and risk your license, and they're skimming off the top because they're not showing the Raycon probably, so they're taking money from you already. Then they charged me a bunch of money and gave me a really small check for all the work I did, for all the time I put in. I just I got done dirty, bro. I got done dirty right there, but I should have known. I didn't know this company was like that. I should have looked them up, and did my research, but it went really bad. I could have just went company and probably made that 1,500 that week and came back. I really didn't want to be out there. I really don't want to be driving all day, every day for weeks at a time. And so I decided to come back and look for something better, more balanced, because I can't drive 15 hours a day. It's just crazy, bro. It's ridiculous. Even 10 hours a day is already hard. I don't know how people can do that, but I tried it. I tried to go make some money because I was desperate. So I haven't anybody else giving me any offers, and been struggling to find something, but everything feels like a scam nowadays, bro. You're getting scammed every which way you turn. People are trying to call you and sell you something you don't want, that ain't worth it. You want a contest, come get your money, but you gotta pay this money to go get it, or everything is a scam, bro. It's like you can't get anywhere now. Everybody's trying to cheat you out your money, bro. Even some of these jobs, they're just bad deals. You go to work and you work all day for what? To make a little bit of money, and you don't even have a choice. Like, if you have to take a job, you have to take a job just to survive. You don't have a choice. You have to take these bad jobs and do these bad jobs, and I'm so tired of it. I'm at the age where it's like I don't want to take these jobs. I'm tired. I feel cheated. I feel cheated, like you put in all this work and you don't get much for it. You can't even make enough to survive on. So it's like you feel cheated in a way. It's like, well, cheated by society and the system because you can't get enough money to survive. Every job you should be able to provide, be able to afford rent with. You know, it's like these people don't care, bro. They got no F's to give, about how people are surviving out here. It's like they don't care. They just care all about money, and that's what's crazy. It's like these people are charging tons of money for rent. You gotta move in with people and rent a room with strange people just to have a place, and it's real bad. But everything feels like a scam. You're getting cheated nowadays. So I went up north and got cheated. I shouldn't have went, but I ended up stuck up there. I had to pay for my flight there and my flight back, and I bought extra fuel on the truck when I was up there. That cost me like extra $700. It was just terrible. It went really bad, bro. At least I made it back, because I drove all over the country for a week, and then I didn't want to stay there. So I said, this is a miserable existence when just you're gone all the time. You can't do anything, bro. I don't want to do it, bro. I don't want to be gone all the time, not doing anything with my life, just being stuck in a truck all day. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. You're just in the truck driving all day. I could do regional or local driving all day. I could do all that because I get to go home or go other places and do other things. But when you're out there, you're just either at the truck stop in the middle of nowhere around a bunch of strangers, and it feels so weird, bro. It feels so unnatural. So it's hard to do. I give it to the people that do it. I give it to them. If you got somebody to go with you and keep you company, that might help. If you got a pet, it might help. But it's just the loneliest thing ever, bro. It's miserable. It's miserable out there. But I'm just feeling defeated, bro. I feel defeated. I want to win, and I put in tons of work to try to catch a break or get ahead. Oh, there's somebody pulling in. Whoa, who is that? It's a lady smoking a cigarette. Older lady, what the hell? Older public lady, but yeah. I feel defeated, bro. Like I was doing good, and I was doing alright, but I feel like I've been back here for a while looking for work, and I can't find anything. So I'm looking for work still. I've had leads. I think I've had offers, but from things I don't want to do. Like, you feel like you're going backwards if you take certain things, though, too. Some jobs you can't take because they're toxic, too. It's like, you start looking at them like, no. You're not gonna like it, and it's like you almost have to take these jobs just to get money because you don't got a choice. You got to do something. But I have gig work. I have food delivery to get me by for a little bit until I just barely get by until I get something else. But yeah, I'm struggling bad right now financially, and so I'm at a place where Everything looks bleak. Everything looks real bleak, and man, they say there's a way out, though. There's a way out of bad situations. There's always a way out, right? You can always find a way. There's always something you can do to change your life and turn it around. And I feel like it's even more frustrating not knowing what to do to turn it all around, It's like some people just get lucky and they can get out of the worst situations and become great and turn their whole life around and make it better, but most people don't, Most people will probably stay stuck in this spot that I'm in. But I went up north, froze my butt off, drove around all over the country, got cheated out of money, felt like I got scammed out of some money, felt like they took a bunch of money, but came back, then started looking for more work and been doing food delivery. But that's slow. That's not even that good. It's just a little tiny bit of money to keep me afloat, I need something making like $1,000 a week, maybe. Or I'd be good. I'd be real good if I just had something making $500 or $600 a week. Really, I don't even need a lot of money. Really, I'm just looking for something simple to get to the next jump off. Because if I can get into trading, I think I can be profitable. That's another thing. Like, I think I've developed that talent for trading. I think I've developed the skill for trading. It's not totally concrete. It's not totally there, but I think it's a possible thing now. When I first started for a while, I thought I could do it, and I was wrong. I wasn't that good, but I think I'm starting to develop a little edge, and it's possible to become a trader now. So I can kind of see that happening, and I've seen other people do it. They made the jump from normal job to trader, full-time trader, making good money, big money. And I can kind of see it. I kind of got confidence that could happen, but I gotta find a way to jump off and get into it. And one guy I seen on here, Nick Sean, he did it a smart way. He had a job as a security guard for a while, and then that's just a good job to make that jump, to make that change, I think, because most of the time you're probably standing around not doing much as a security guard, so you have the downtime to probably do that kind of move. So if you're like in this spot in life, and you want to make this jump, it's hard to. If you get caught up in certain types of work, I think that's where I was too. I was caught up in this certain jobs, trying to make all this money, but you're not really making a bunch of money at jobs where you're selling your time. You have to get some leverage, and so I'd made good money for a little while, and then would take another risk to get a better job, making more money, do that for a while, and then go to try to take another risk and then lose it all. So it was like, if I would have just stuck it out for a year or two, I'd probably have a bunch of money. And if I would have just made those little changes better, like lined up my next job and went to the next job instead of getting the break in between, I'd be real good right about now. But hindsight 2020, and so I'm just kicking myself because I'm mad because things aren't going good, and nobody's coming to save me, bro. Nobody's coming to save you, bro. And I'm frustrated and angry because I feel like I should have money in the bank and I should have a nice place by now. And I could have, but I just was trying to do a whole bunch of things I shouldn't have probably tried to do. I should have locked in with trading a long time ago. I should have did that. I should have tried to practice paper trading and then got funded. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm close. I feel like if I got a job and I worked and I made some alright money, I could break in and do it. I could break in and do it. I don't know what the hell happened, but I do know there's been a bunch of crazy things happening around me. A bunch of strange things happening. And I just wanna find a way to live a more comfortable life, to get back my freedom, because that's what it's about, bro. It's not even about, because you shouldn't have to work your whole life a regular job. I think I was brainwashed to believe that you have to do that, you have to live like that. No, you should work a job long enough to save up enough money to invest, to escape. And so that was the goal, but I kind of fell off track a couple times, and it's messed me up. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I don't know. I think it's been crazy, bro. It's been a crazy ride. I went through all kinds of stuff. Trying to become a merchant marine and a merchant mariner. Not a marine, but a merchant mariner, and trying to be an over the road driver. It was all right. It's not all that, bro. It's really not. It's a big bunch of problems, bro. It's hard, bro. It's the most challenging. It was kind of cool in that aspect. I got to do it for a while and realize I can. So it wasn't something I really wanted to do, but I knew I could do it and probably do it and have it to be able to do if I need to make money. And so the extra skill to have is kind of cool. And if you stick with it for a while, you can make alright money. But the main goal is not that. It's pushing towards freedom. I want to buy back my freedom. I want enough money to be able to invest and live my life without worrying about working all the time. It sounds crazy, right? To live your life without worrying about having to work all day. That's it. It's that simple. To not have to work all day. To not have to work maybe a little bit, like a couple hours a day or an hour a day or whatever. To get to that point is where you need to be focused on, I think. To get your freedom back, to be able to enjoy life, to be able to have some places to live comfortably, some nice cars and stuff, and that's it. It shouldn't be that hard to get that stuff, But for some reason, the system is rigged so it keeps you struggling like a mouse on a wheel. So I'm gonna work at that, getting to that spot, even though things are bad right now, and I'm doing really bad financially. I know what I need to do, I think, and I know where I need to be. So that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.